All right, guys. So here's the story today.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor.
We have a older bear, and so it's a bear Mauler. Shot it through the chrono already. She's shooting at 260. We're gonna get some preliminary measurements before we start digging into this thing. We're gonna do new rest, whole new set of arrows, and a proper peep. Of course, he's gonna need a new D-loop anyway, so we'll put all that up on there and see what we get. Oh, the specs. I did look it up. 31 and a quarter. I'll tell you what, this old bear, this is the best shooting bear I've ever shot.
But realizing that the animal may get no closer, decides to risk it.
I think it's an older version. Let's see how it specs. It was supposed to be 30 and a quarter. 31 and a quarter. Okay, raise height 6 3/4. She's a little long there by about 1/8. So I was thinking about the brace height. It's probably long because this thing is backed out quite a bit. It's a 70-pound bow, but it's probably around 60. ATA 31/4. Brace height was 6 7/8. All right, let's see what the draw weight and holding weight and draw length is. All right, let's check the draw length. 28 and a half. And all right, let's see what she's got. Six, holding 12. So we'll go 57, holding 12. 7. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is hook our buddy up here with a proper peep. We'll put the big one first. Like it was meant to be. We're probably gonna have to mess around with it quite a bit because these strings are pretty party time. They like to spin. Oh, and we need to put some wax on these too. There ain't nothing wrong with this bow. It's older, but I'll tell you what, it's just as dead in the hand as I've shot Matthews V3X. Is that the lift has more vibrate than this thing. I don't know if it's the stabilizer, but you want to talk about dead in the hand. This thing's quiet. It's not fast, but it'll get the job done. We're gonna have him tuned up, ready for September. Get these strings cleaned up a little bit. For how old this bow is, I bet you these are the original strings. Oh, we gotta shoot it through paper with his arrows first. Shining like a new penny already. All right, let's shoot it through paper. Low left. God, it's a smooth shooter though. I mean, you talk about dead in the hand. That was a good shot too. So he's low left. It ain't gonna be like that when I'm done with it. We'll get her. Just for jollies, I want to check some measurements. Oh, you guys won't believe this. My tool cabinet got in a battle. Oh, please don't break. All right, that'll hold. I don't think this is going to be a 13/16 bow, just looking at it. Everybody says that that's the...
Scratch! Oh my stars, for the love of Liza.
Oh, no. I guess we can lose that one for now. Gosh, dang it. I knew that was going to happen. That's a soft ass screw. Yeah, I crushed it in my tool cabinet. So I went a little heavy on the spine on his arrows. I just anticipated him cranking this bow up. I was thinking about putting brass inserts in his arrows. I bought them, but I don't know if I'm committed to them yet. We gotta see what they're gonna weigh. I'm gonna weigh the arrow he's been shooting. It's lighter than 400, I bet you. 388. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to try to stay closer to that because it's not a speed bow, but he's gonna have room to grow if he wants to bump that poundage up. I'm gonna cut these a little bit shorter on the new arrows, so that'll get us some weight. We can do that. We got the Trophy Ridge Propel. I mean, this thing was like 80 bucks. All metal. You can't beat that. You're really old whiskey biscuit. That's how you know it's good. It takes 2 bolts. And they give us 2 bolts to put in there. Look at that. They recessed this so that bolt would clear. And they're selling these things for 85, 90 bucks. That's thinking. Witness mark everything. So that way our people know if something moves. tiny. This is a really well thought out rest. That was on like a rail. Oh, it's all the way around it. I see. Tell you what, if you guys don't use nut wax on these little baby guys, you're struggling. So that's everything as far right as she'll go. Now let's see what we're looking like here. We're in the ballpark now. Well, that's why it got broken the first time I did that. I wiped down this whole bow. She needs it. Sorry for all you bow dudes, I don't get cute right here. I tie a knot that I know works. Let's see what we need to do to party with this up here. I like that. I like to keep the extra on there, just in case something happens. You need D-loop material, Roy? There's some extra right here. D-loop breaks, it's the same stuff. We got a proper peep put in this thing. Good thing is these strings are shot in pretty good, so not really battling any sort of peep twist. I need a fire maker and a shank job. Get this thing tied in. All right, this D-loop, so we're knock low. So this was me messing with the lean of it. So we're knock low a smidge. We need to move that knocking point up. Let me get a marker so I can mark it. Then we can move it. Just to find where it needs to be. All right, slip that up a smidge. There you go. That's a bullet hole. That's what I'm talking about. She's a shooter. We'll put a good knocking point on there for him. Get them all dialed. We got arrow building to do for this thing. There. Whoever tied this on was not playing. She is on there tight. I usually don't like to make them very tight because it kind of has a tendency to mess up your center serving. I'll have to look at this center serving actually. Looking at it, I might have to change it out. Yeah, I'm gonna change it. Might as well. Get some measurements before I do that. This is gonna make it a little bit longer, but it's the right thing to do. Bottom cam to knock spot. We're gonna go from the axle. 16 3/4. Yep. That is always a interesting deal to do. 'Cause, I mean, you are cutting real close. So I'm replacing this because if you look real close, you got some separation there. Might as well, we're here. I don't want you having to worry about this bow. That's why we're doing this now instead of the month before hunting season.
Captain, you stay down here on the ground where you belong. You leave the sky to the men.
Might as well do it right. All right. 16 3/4. Oh, we'll shoot it through paper one more time just to verify. So this is just a temporary. That way we can verify your knock location. So I'll shoot this through one time just to make sure we're close. Oh yeah. All right. So we are going to pin that down right there. Get you some soft knocks. These are a good fail safe if you break a D-loop in the field. You'll always have your mark if you put soft knocks. Just a little bit of room between there. You don't want it too tight, and you'll start messing around with knock pinch when you're at full draw. There we go. I think we're pretty much set on the bow setup of this side. Yep. I am going to put some material down on this riser.